Holy shit! Look at all these motherfuckers,
Fort Lauderdale. Do you know Spanish yet, dude? You gotta know Spanish.
dude. One of the reasons I moved to Fort Lauderdale, not Miami,
It's
you
because
guys.
it's less. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you probably don't remember this, but when we worked together during the pandemic, I moved to Miami for a couple months and I fucking hated it because, I mean, nothing against Miami. It's just like, bro, I don't know Spanish like that.
It's a different culture. You're not in America anymore.
No,
You're definitely if you don't speak Spanish or at least have Spanish as your second language there, you're not gonna be a business owner, that's for sure.
no, at all. At all. Totally. And you're in New York?
Yeah, I'm still in the city, yeah.
That's awesome.
So I have to speak every language.
Jay was showing me your the studio you just got.
Hmm.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's badass, yeah. I mean there's 3 other people paying for it, so that's luckily, but
Yeah. Who we got in this chat?
Jenny, Ronnie, Don, Christy, everyone, all the usuals. Phuoc's back. Phuoc from Vietnam, who we don't think is a real person, but speaks fluent Vietnamese.
Where's Jersey Curvy?
It's Staten Island, Chris. I'm about to shut him up again today.
Wait, the Staten Island guy's back?
Well, under the name Charlie Puth and Phuoc, he has 2 accounts.
Now, okay, so question about this guy. He's got to be a radio listener, right? Has
I mean,
to be.
if you're logging on just to message and into a fucking tirade, yeah, then you're a listener. You're one of those P1s, dude.
But what I'm saying though is that I bet you came from the radio because there is a certain type of person.
Yeah, he followed
like
us over. Yeah.
Yeah, that is like a radio listener. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. And by the way, I'm not talking about all radio listeners, but there's a specific.
No, but you're the one that calls for every single contest. The one that's like, the one that's texting in all the time. It's that guy.
Yeah, it's like a specific demo, and that sounds like
he wants to be known.
We got a lot of those at the Boss.
Oh, really?
You recognize like they're surprise pigs, and you see because we have caller ID. You're like, oh, I'm not answering that one because that fucking cunt wins every fucking time.
Oh yeah.
And we always do the live and local winners only, and then you get this bitch from upstate New York who listens on the app who wins, and that just sounds terrible. Where are you from? Kingston? Well, shit. So much for local winners only.
That is funny. That's all you would get at night when I did the night shows. And dude, we would get like people in insane asylums. You know what I mean? Like we got I remember we got a guy that on 92.3 one night that was in an insane asylum for arson. He just burned down his parents' house. We're like talking about it.
What? Really?
You know what's so funny about 92.3 is just like the sort of like the how confused that brand was because that's who was listening, right? So you'd get like a guy who burned down his fucking house and he's crazy and he was calling in to play System of a Down. Literally, that was the request. And then we'd play that call. It'd be fucking hilarious. And then we'd go into like an AJR song.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I know. It was fucking terrible.
We've had that talk many talks. We've had many talks of that. Even before we left, we've had that talk, and they were like, "It's gonna change. We're gonna."
Stop ragging on the music. Sorry, but we can't ignore the fact that MGK is played every 20 minutes, right? We had to rip on it.
Sorry, we're doing Coldplay with K-pop on our alternative station where no TikTok listeners are listening right now.
Yeah, sorry, we're playing some faggot from TikTok. What was his name? He lived in the house with all the other homos.
24K Golden, 24K.
No, a white kid who had one hit. Wasn't even
Kid Leroy.
Hit, but Mike was no. Remember the what would they call the house that they lived in on TikTok? All those white.
Oh, you're talking about Huddy or Hubby or Huddy, whatever the guy's name.
What the fuck was his
name? Yes,
it
was Huddy. It was Huddy.
No, it was a normal white kid with 2 names.
That's his name.
No, his name isn't.
He lived
Huddy.
in the house with those guys.
No, I would know it if I heard it though. He's got a weird shaped nose.
Kevin would know better than I would know.
Mike was just trying to make all these people happen because they were good looking and
young.
No,
I don't think it was that. I think it was pressure from the younger crowd to get younger listeners. I think we wanted to get younger listeners, but
who was putting the pressure? The only place that pressure was coming from was Mike, thinking that TikTok people listen to the fucking radio. It's like you got.
I think it was trying to get. Yeah, I think it was trying to get the TikTok listeners to listen to radio, but they don't do that.
No, they don't fucking do that. Did you get your caricature drawn by the prisoner, Kevin? We did.
By the prisoner?
Remember those, Corey?
Yeah, he had something different though. He had an insane asylum, so I don't know if that guy was listening at that time. I don't know if he had free listening hours when Kevin was on. You know?
Oh, I got you.
It might have been lights out when Kevin was on.
It's bedtime.
That's true.
Now I'm interested in who you're fucking talking about. Who the fucking guy was?
God, let me figure out who it was. He had it.
Because it's not Lil Huddy. That's the guy that was.
I think was it Jaden?
Yes.
Jaden.
Yes. With the
Jaden
X.
Hostler. Yes.
Yes. Jaden Hostler. That's it. Oh my God. What a turd.
It's so
Yeah,
funny
watch out.
though. Like
You remember
just,
that though? Remember playing Jaden, Corey? Now
I don't remember. Yeah, I guess.
You
so.
know what though? Because that was, you weren't doing afternoon. That was all mornings. You didn't probably pay attention much to what I was playing because I was running the board and shit. You
No,
just
we didn't listen to the music.
shut down during the song, yelling at Riley the whole time. What, Kevin?
no, no. Oh God, Riley. I forgot about Riley. No,
What are your
it's
thoughts
just
on Riley?
I never even fucking met Riley.
Don't make him do that.
No. My you know what my thoughts on Riley are is like, it's weird she worked there because like you know, I think that station was very intimate to all of us. Like, you know, we were like I don't know, pseudo family members in a way.
Yeah.
But then I was just like, I've never
Who's this-
fucking met that
who's this
person.
bitch?
I never heard her on the air. I never
Yeah.
fucking exactly. I don't even know if she's good or bad or whatever.
It was one of those things where Mike was like, "Yo, go out and we got to find a girl. I mean, what kind of girls do you know?" And I was like, I was sending him all the girls that I knew. I was like, all right, well, and he heard her, and she was good. She was good the first 2 times because she was like getting on. She was kind of pushing the boundaries, but then it was like she didn't progress. It was no
she
like
only had 2
effort.
stories,
There was
which
no
were cool the
effort.
first time she told them, but then like they kept coming up again. I'm like,
Her
bitch,
whole personality was having PCOS and sucking dick. That was it. That was
and
the
it
only
being
all she had.
Jewish. Yeah. You-
Sometimes
You gave her $1,000.
Did I? Oh yeah. Well, I donated to the fund. I donated to
Yeah.
the PCOS. Yeah, but that wasn't just for her.
No, I know. Dee Jersey, Lars, whatever happened to Lars? She's in Atlanta. No, somewhere in Georgia working.
Wait, Kane told the fucking weirdest Lars story, Corey. The other fucking day I was
Oh,
on
you
the
missed
show.
it. Yeah, she texted me out of the fucking blue.
Lars did? Wait,
Yeah,
gray hair
fucking
lady? The gray hair lady?
Dude.
Let me
Kane,
find it.
Kane didn't give this story enough credit for how fucking weird this
didn't?
story
Oh.
is. I don't think so. Kane told it. And he's like, "It's kind of odd, right?" I'm like, "Dude, that's the fucking weirdest thing I've ever heard."
She texted me out of the blue. Hey, it's Lars. You okay? I had a dream something happened to you, and I thought I'd check in. So I responded right away, of course.
I had a dream something happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? Well, I was riding you really hard and then your dick broke off. And
I said, hi, Lars. I'm good. Sweet of you. What happened to me? I said, what happened to me? Maybe it's something I can avoid tomorrow.
What happened?
I wanted to.
Here's the, you know what's weird, Kevin, is he fucking falls for this shit. He's very like, oh, maybe this was a sign. I need to know, so I need to look out for this.
Yes, that's exactly what I thought. Why wouldn't you tell me in your dream how I died so I can fucking avoid it? Did I step off a road and in front of a bus? Then
It
I won't
wasn't
do
a
that tomorrow.
premonition, dude. She's had a weird dream, and she's a weird lady.
And then she waited like a whole 24 hours and said, glad you're good. And that's all. I didn't get any.
She didn't tell you what the dream was?
No. Glad you're good.
You know what? There was no dream.
Well,
She
then
just
why would
wanted to
she
chat with you. She wanted you to reach out. She wanted to reach out to you.
No. If she wanted to chat, she would have chatted back right away. Because I texted her back right away, and she didn't respond. I could see that she saw the thing. I was red. Glad
You
you're
were
good.
that was fucking freaking you out the whole time. You're like, oh, what's wrong? Why
That
am
was.
am
I thought about it
gonna
for
die?
3 days.
Oh my god, dude.
Did you get my ultrasound results back, Lars? What was the deal?
Do you know how my kidneys are failing?
Can you imagine?
Because my doctor's now telling me he finally did call me back.
You guys have My Chart in Jersey?
What's my chart?
It's the best app ever. I had it in Los Angeles, and they have it down here in South Florida. It's like I don't know,
Doctor,
like,
is it doctor chart?
maybe it's like basically like all of your doctor shit is just in this app, and you can message your doctor in it, and then your results
shit.
come immediately, which is good and bad because they just send you the raw results, and you don't know what the fuck you're looking at.
Right. And then so you got to Google everything piece by piece, and you're always dying. Always.
Always dying.
My
Always
chart-
dying.
Yeah.
My
like
chart
the
lets you see your
ultrasound lady was
medications,
like,
test results, upcoming appointments, medical bills. MyChart.org. Is it this thing?
Yeah, dude. I fucking love that app, bro. It's a great app. If
What's
you're
up,
into that
Mafia?
sort of
Hanging
shit.
out?
Yeah, I like knowing my fucking information.
Yeah.
I mean,
You get
I
older, right? And you're just like,
Yeah, things
you
we
care about
fucking.
that fucking shit.
I get my blood results back from LabCorp. LabCorp is good. They email you the shit right away and text you.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's
It doesn't
ready
even
and-
take the whole 3 days that they say it's going to take.
No.
Sometimes it's the next day.
Yeah. So I
Yeah, but then you got to be your own doctor and fucking ask ChatGPT what
Well,
this
that's
means.
what I just said. Yeah, and then it always turns out that you always make it worse than it actually is.
Dude,
It's the
access my
ultrasound I
chart,
wanted
dude.
results for. And then I got on the phone with. I didn't even know she worked in the office. Some Bing Bong chick I couldn't understand yesterday.
Who the fuck is Bing Bong chick? Italian?
Rushing me off the phone, and I actually said to her, it could be a D-bag, but I actually said to her because she was trying to explain. She was like, "Well, this test said this, and that test said that." I'm like, why do I feel like you're rushing me off the phone? She goes, "Well, I'm sorry, we're busy. We have clients in here." I'm like, "Aren't I a client? Why are they more important than me?"
Is Bing Bong
Give me a minute to
Indian?
ask you a
What is
fucking
Bing
question.
Bong?
I hate that too, Kane.
Yeah, I mean, let me ask you a question. And then I said, "Can I ask you one more question?" And she was just like, "Okay." I'm like, oh my god,
What is Bing Bong?
Bing Bong is the chick that was in the fucking answering the phone.
Yeah, but a lot of people talk like Bing Bong. So what is Bing Bong?
I don't know, like from some sort of Oriental bullshit.
Ah, you can't say Oriental.
Yeah, you can. It means a direction. You looked it up.
That means Orient.
Wait, why is that offensive? That's
So
a good.
because
that's
apparently
what we
it's after the Latin word, and Orient means east, but Oriental was started by the colonizers, and everyone went with it for a long time. Even Asian people would say Oriental restaurant on the restaurants, and even in Chinatown they have trucks that say Oriental moving truck.
Yeah.
They did it. They put that there, but now we as I guess
Yeah.
as virtue signalers are like, we can't use that word no more because the colonizers use that word, even though no one else has an issue with the word. Just like Eskimos, I guarantee you Eskimos don't give a shit they're called Eskimos.
Fuck no.
Wait. Eskimo? You can't say Eskimos?
Yeah, that's a derogatory thing
What's
too.
that about?
It's derogatory.
I
And-
met a chick one time that told me she was an Eskimo.
Yeah. But
They'll
but
say it
luckily
themselves,
there wasn't a white lady around to be like, you don't say that about yourself.
Man.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like I think I would speak for everybody here that if anybody of a certain group, right, said to us like in a face-to-face conversation, like, "Oh, hey, I don't want you to call me that" or something, we would all oblige.
Yeah, I would be all right, fine.
And so, Kane, but it's just like it's
This
never.
is
It's seemingly
maybe a
never.
bit.
But it's seemingly never like the affected group. It's almost like all of that stuff that sort of like what Corey's talking about has just become escapism for a certain type of person. You know
If
what I
a
mean?
person, if a tranny's standing in front of me and he demands to be called ma'am, I ain't saying ma'am.
Yeah,
that
that's fair.
reflects on my stupidity. Then I'm the idiot. Then I'm the clown. Then I'm the monkey boy doing what you want, carrying your pail of water for you. Nah, that's not happening. Fuck it. I don't know why I would be in the presence of a tranny anyway. Unless it was an
You know,
accident.
you like Asbury Park, dude.
Corey,
You don't
sometimes
see a lot of trannies there. That's just straight up gays.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of which, does Mike know that you are on with us, or does Mike know that you've been on with me and Jay?
I don't know if it's come up.
you don't talk to him?
No. I talked to him. I mean, I haven't talked to him as much since I moved, just because I've been so busy. But he's like, we were talking. I think I forget what's on air and off air. But yeah, I don't know. He's I don't like to argue about politics, and
Oh yeah, he's
because I don't even have that strong of a. I'm just kind of like I don't.
He
know.
said that's one of the reasons why he fired us is because Kane was so Republican. He told me. I remember he told me when that one phone call right before we got fired. He said to me, I was asking him for more money, and he was like, "Well, we'll see about that." And he goes, I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if this show's not working out. Kane's too far right. I don't know, man. I don't see it working out. I don't see this. I don't see Kane working out. It just doesn't line up with what we're trying to make this station. It's just, and I was like, yeah, but I'm not right. We're kind of, we kind of butt heads on a lot of things. I think that's good.
Right.
He's like, I don't know. It just really pisses me off. And I was like, all
Yeah,
right, dude.
see, it was all about him and how he felt like, I don't know the show.
I remember the phone call. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be telling me this. Like, what if I was
No shit.
recording this call?
Yeah.
Like, what if I was?
The show was working. It just, he didn't like it. He didn't like me. Well,
Well,
I
I
like
was
your politics.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah, for
right.
sure.
Because he liked me.
But
just
that's not a
fine
way
up
to
until-
that you shouldn't bring that into an evaluation of a show. And it's
Right,
a
of
good
course
show,
not.
and you guys we're putting up numbers in different
Of course,
cities.
of course.
I had him fooled because when I first started, I didn't really ever talk about that, and he would bring it up, of course, and I would just smile and nod and not say anything.
I
And then,
never
you know,
hated Mike. I just didn't like the way the way it happened. I didn't like the way he got on the phone when we did that Zoom call, and he was like, "I got the HR here, and we're firing you because of the podcast." And I looked at Mike and I was like, that's not true. I was like, "You can't do that. Don't do this." I was like, "This is bullshit."
I was telling Kane at some point that it's so funny because I'm in Fort Lauderdale, and I don't know if you guys are so far beyond this, obviously, but it is funny to think back because I remember I was in Fort Lauderdale. You guys got let go like right before Beach Fest, I think.
Yeah, right before it, because we were supposed to go
right
to
before.
it. We were supposed to go to
like
Beach,
right before. I in my memory.
You remember, Kane? The Beach Fest was the one down in Miami, down in Fort Lauderdale. We were supposed to be there. Like we were talking about being there, and there's.
Yeah, for sure. It was really close in my memory. And then so like days before. But if it gives you any consolation, like you guys were so well liked in that building, like that really did not go over great when you guys were. Especially for the reason,
Yeah, we had salespeople messaging us that they were like, "Yo, we're not happy about it. This is ridiculous." For that reason, it's crazy because like you posted a podcast, but just tell us to take it down. We won't do it again. Say, hey, delete that one podcast. Like we're already not on air for 2 weeks, so we're trying to stay relevant and like trying to give people something. Yeah. So like just tell us to fucking, hey, that podcast you just posted? Don't take that down and put it to another. Put it on your.
If that was the reason.
Yeah.
That's what you said. We said that in the Zoom, and he was like,
I don't know. I think I might have already logged off.
Yeah.
I ended the Zoom. I looked at Mike and I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, this is fucked up, and I just hung up. I was like,
you wished that meeting was on the old rotary phone, so you could have been, damn it, and slammed the phone down.
Again, I had nothing against him until that, and then he's messaged me here and there, and I just never. I was just like, whatever. All right.
Yeah, it's funny. I love the man. I love the friend. But
not the boss, not the he's fun to hang out with. Kane, even you hung out with him. You like to hang out with him, but as a boss, it's just like
drank. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get going.
Let's do it. And we're back. Today on the show, Kane wants to show you how Republican he is.
Wait, what was that?
What is that shirt? That looks like one of those old Rebel shirts. Is that an old Rebel shirt?
Oh, we gotta start over because you were cutting out again.
So I was right.
Here we go.
And we're back! Welcome back to the show. Today on the show, Kane wants to show you how right is far right.
What are you talking about?
What's that shirt? That's one of them Rebel shirts, isn't it?
No, this is a black suit.
I thought it was one. I thought it was one of those ones. With the old, remember the old yellow flag with the black writing, and it was like a rebel during back during revolutionary
don't
ways.
Tread on me. You thought this was a
don't tread on me. Yeah,
that's not racist anyway. This shirt's cool.
Who said racist?
I don't know.
I said far right. Wow. Okay.
That's what they say.
Wow. Whoa. I didn't say that.
Well.
Holy
you want
shit.
to intro him? Go ahead. Intro our guest, Corey.
Today on the show, are those real tattoos or the sleeved ones?
I got these at Walmart last night.
I haven't seen him since he had bare arms. It's Kevin Kenny. Look at real fucking. He really embodied it. Look at that. That's sick, dude. I didn't know you had double sleeves like that, bro.
Are those that recent?
2022. I got these all done in the year of 2022, but I had planned them before that. It wasn't like a fucking manic thing. It was just like I was like OCD with the artists and shit.
2022, yeah, because we got let go in 2021, and that's. I mean, I seen you here and there, but I didn't know you got that tatted up like that's fucking sick. Dude.
Oh yeah.
Where'd you park your Harley?
So what's the deal? Is this going to be weird? Because you guys hate each other, isn't that the?
Why did you say that? Me and Kevin never hate each other. Actually, I would hang out with Kevin sometimes afterwards, and I talk to him about other things.
I know. I'm joking. I put that up.
You put that up there last night. And you called me like, "Do you think people are going to freak out?" I said, "You guys hate each other." So what? Did you tell him that that's not true? I was like, "Why would you put that?"
Yeah. So I had to pull over in the ShopRite parking lot and text Kevin real quick. Oh, by the way, if you happen to see the story where I said there might be fireworks, I don't know if they like each other. That's not true. Corey wants me to text you.
I was like, damn, you really front selled that. I was like, you really fucking.
Yeah. That's what you call a tease, man. I got DMs about it.
Yeah, but there's got to be some sort of truth to a tease. You can't just have they fucking hate each other. And then I come on, I'm like, yo, what's up, Kevin? How you been?
Look, you know what? For what I'm concerned, I didn't know. I don't know how good your relationship is. So I wasn't necessarily lying. I just wasn't in the know.
No, yeah, I always like Kevin. Kevin's a hard worker.
Kevin knew you when you were fat, Corey.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Remember
dude.
Kevin
I'm
sitting in
getting
the
back to
meetings
that.
and we had the pizza and then Corey's like, I'm in for my third.
When was Fat Corey? Was that like early Corey?
I was chubby Corey. Yeah, that was a whole thing. There was
like
a
Chicago Corey.
Chicago Corey was fat. End of New Orleans Corey was fat. Chicago Corey was fat. I wasn't fat, but I was definitely like pump, like fucking. I wore that shirt. Remember our very first concert we had, Not So Silent Night?
Yes.
They had me in that fucking. We wore that gold sweater.
Bro, that was a terrible
And I got on stage,
sweater, bro.
I know, fuck, dude. No one told me that.
You know what's crazy about that?
I thought it was so sick, dude. I was like, this is sick.
Bro, there are like a lot of times in our lives, right? And the mafia, you'll feel me on this. Is like you'll go, well, that was terrible. This thing I wore, this thing I said. But
that's
nobody. But like nobody's gonna fucking remember that other than you.
Yeah.
Corey.
No. Everyone remembers that.
Corey's hoodie was so fucking awful. I know exactly what, because I just remember being like, "What are you wearing, dude?" Like it was almost like
Do
a
you remember
snuggie.
it? I'm looking for it right now. I can't fucking find it.
Google my name and hit images. It comes up.
I did.
Oh,
Corey,
did it somehow get taken down or like?
should I put your whole last name? How you spell it?
It was on Getty Images. It was there. I hope it's not there anymore because like that's what people were using to promote me for like interviews and stuff.
I had to put Getty in there.
Forbidden Balls says you weren't that fat, Corey. You're just easy to see. For my build, I have underneath the fat. I have an athletic build, so for me to look like that, yeah, it's for me that's fat.
I mean, you look like Chaz Bono.
Don't bring that back.
He kind of did look like Chaz Bono.
Bring that
but
back.
no, Corey, you turned it around in New York because I remember you and Bryce got your picture taken.
Yeah, remember the hot guys in New York, dude.
That's a terrible picture, of course.
That's so fucking shitty, dude.
No, he never looked like that's just a bad angle. I'm saying like that's like he never looked that bad.
Well, you never want to take a picture from beneath you.
But they always fucking do at those fucking concerts, Kane. They always take this fucking stupid.
Yeah, because they're in the
upshot.
pit when you're on the stage. Yeah, I know it's terrible.
What were you saying? Me and Bryce, we got pictured walking down the street, and it was on Hot Guys in New York or some shit like that.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Oh,
so like
Jesus.
he did like in short time.
That's when I was going to I started boxing and stuff. Yeah, I started.
Yeah.
Well, when you move to New York, everyone's so health conscious here, and you're walking everywhere. So if you're able to stay fat in New York, you really like eating. You're like a really good eater.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a tough city to be lean in.
Well, Corey, I'm gonna give you the floor for a second because I know when I told you that we had Kevin on, you were like, "Oh, really?" And it seemed like you had questions or things you wanted to talk about. Maybe that I've already touched on with Kevin. I don't know.
The only thing because Kevin still has a direct connection to Show Killer Mike. That's the only reason I said that.
Was that
because
why?
like he's still cool with Show Killer Mike, and we we broke off with him so quick.
Yeah.
Like we had some turmoil toward the end where we didn't believe in the same things, we had some pushback, and he would fuck you.
I'm holding up a side-by-side Corey and Chaz.
Chaz Bono and me.
I mean, come on. That you could be twins. Twinsies. Kevin, tell the truth.
My silence is deafening.
Yeah, but Kevin looks like the next formation of that. He looks like the skinny. Like if you just kept going skinnier, Kevin's next in line.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
Fucking assholes. No, because that was the only thing. Because
Thank you, Kat.
Kat did that.
Kat sent me those pictures.
Fucking
real
stupid
quick.
ass vegan. Yeah, but I don't want to harp on. Show Killer Mike. We've done enough of that. So that's why I was like, oh shit. Because I didn't know how you felt about Kevin being so close to Show Killer Mike. I didn't know how them being friends would affect the way you felt about Kevin. You know what I mean?
I didn't know how I felt either.
Well, you know what we talked on the show, Corey, when you weren't here, is I think that people assume that because I'm friends with Show Killer Mike that I could.
Dick? Oh no! I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, that's a correct assumption. I mean, after enough Smirnoff, but no, it's like that. You 110%.
Let him talk.
Kane goes
dude.
back to the fucking Chaz Bono thing. All right, I'm trying to get through this.
I'm letting him talk. I didn't say a word.
People assume that I agree like 110% with that guy, and I think we've talked about this on the show previously, or maybe off air. But I think people would be shocked at how much he and I will butt heads on things.
Yeah.
And it's probably the same things you guys butt heads on. Obviously, you're far more wronged by his decision making than I ever was.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like, dude, he's just the thing. The thing that sucks is I love him, and he's such a loving guy. He just makes these very cold decisions sometimes
Brash, yeah.
that are, and they're very impulsive. And then I feel for him in a way, because it's like he doesn't understand the ramifications of that. Where it's like he might text you, Corey, but like he might not. It might not register of like, that guy might fucking hate you, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And here's the thing, and I've said this.
Hitler was a loving guy too, to the Germans.
I don't hate him as much as Jay and Kane do, and I don't even think I hate him at all. If I were to see him in the street, I'd just be like, all right, hey. But I feel like if they saw him in the street, they'd be like, fucking, because here's the deal. I think I was in a position to where if I did lose my job, I was still A-okay.
Yeah.
You know? But Jay and Kane, that was their livelihood. They didn't have anything else. They didn't have, this was their life. We had multiple shows in multiple cities. And those cities were doing good. We were getting reports that like we were #1 and fucking, I forget where it was, but we were pumped. And it just was taken away from us. And it's like something we were building and on the way there. And it was like, it was doing well. And yeah, it was for the reason it was given. You have every right to hate him. But again, to me, it's just like, I think that guy made a dumb idea. I like you, Kevin. I see it in a way where I feel bad for him. Like this stupid decision. You made a dumb decision. Now he has no job, right? He doesn't work at any radio station, and I don't even know what he's doing now.
Right.
So
yeah, no, it's like I don't know. I'm kind of like that even with fucking people that are and he's far from an enemy, of course.
Yeah.
But like, I just have empathy for. I'm like, why'd you fucking do that? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and by the way, like I've said this before on the show. Like, you guys have every right to feel the way you do, because it was so. I mean, you guys and I weren't even tight at the time, and I was like, really?
Yo, what?
I was
Yo,
like,
what?
you know, like because of a Spotify upload. You know what I mean? And radio is just such a tough business because, like, you know, like people that like condoned that at the time would then try to like, you know, it's like I could never forget that when talking to certain people. You know what I mean? Where I'd be like, that's such a crazy. It's just crazy to. I don't know. It's so crazy to. Do we have any pro wrestling fans in the house?
yeah,
There's
dude,
a-
what do you
there's
go?
a-
what do you
there's-
go-
there's a
I know
famous-
wrestling.
You do? There's a famous Dusty Rhodes from the 1980s promo
Okay.
called Hard Times. And he's like, Ric Flair, you put hard times on the Rhodes family. You put hard times. And because he injured Dusty Rhodes. And it's like, yeah, like, you know, the people that made those decisions at 93, like put hard times on Kane, if you know what I'm saying, or put hard times on Jay. And
Yeah. Put hard times on the Kane family.
yeah, but you know what's funny? And again, like you guys, this all might be water under the bridge, but if you really think about the formula of your show, it was so poised to be huge by now in that realm because you had Kane and Kane's voice. I mean, it's almost like a stock. It's like it only gets more valuable over time in the medium of radio because of familiarity. I mean, no, really, because you're seeing this like across like K-Rock in LA just brought back Kevin Ryder, their old morning show host, right? And it's like, I don't know how he's going to rate, but like, dude, it's probably going to rate better than whoever they had in afternoons before because of just the familiarity, right?
Yeah.
It's like fucking Elvis Duran for
He's
me
back,
growing up,
yeah.
right? And so, and then you pair it with a super forward-thinking social media guy like you, Corey, and it's like, how does that not fucking win in fucking?
It
New
was.
York?
It was fucking. You know. And anyways, but again, there was a good question in the chat, and I don't know where it was, but hey, what if he
Johnny, what if he
apologized?
apologized?
What if he apologized? Yeah, you knew, so you saw it too. Then what the fuck?
I
What-
Who, Kaplan apologized?
What if he texts you a really long, nice text or an email? Because if he calls, he's not going to get through.
I
What if he
wouldn't-
texts you? It was like, I'm very sorry for how things went down. It was wrong. I've tried to think about this. I'm in therapy now.
I would never accept the apology in person. God commands me to forgive, so I would have to, just for that reason. But it's not like I'm not gonna like the guy. I can't forget.
But you had so many good times with him, dude. You had so many times where you guys went out and drank
you
and
know what,
partied and hung out.
But
There
now
weren't
I
that
look-
many good
but
times.
listen,
How many times did you hang out with
There
him,
were not
Dave?
that many great times,
Yeah.
and I look at that now
What
as
is this guy
just.
talking
I
about?
look at that now as bullshit. That wasn't him. What we saw at the end was him. So like I was being lied to the entire. I was hanging out with someone who I didn't even know.
A viper. You were hanging
Yeah.
out with a viper. You were in the pit.
Just
dude.
some fucking. You know what? And I don't have respect for his character. I mean,
Yeah.
what a pussy. Someone who gets that upset at someone who doesn't agree with them. Like I got so many friends who are on the polar opposite ends politically with me. And I love him just as much as I ever did. We don't talk about it. If we do talk about it, we joke around about it. Like, the mentality that you can't hang around or be like, you got people on the left, the leaders of the left, who keep telling others, oh, you just got to get rid of all your friends, even your family. Don't talk. If they voted for Trump, don't talk. What kind of person thinks like that? What kind of rational person refuses to talk to their dad because they voted for Trump? It doesn't make any sense. And that's his character. And that's what I dislike most about him.
I don't like Trump. I'm not a Trump fan, and I'm still here with you to this day.
That's
We've
what I am
had some
saying.
pretty big fucking blow-ups about that kind of shit, but yeah.
I was thinking about that last night, actually. We haven't had a fight in a while. It's like, I kind of miss it.
Kevin, what have you been up to, dude? What have you been, because you're in Miami now, you're with Fort Lauderdale, the more English-speaking place. What are you doing now? What's going on with you?
So I'm launching a podcast next week that I can't talk about, not to sound pretentious, but I'll talk to you about it off air. But on Tuesday, launching a podcast I'm pretty excited about. Still working at MTV, still do MTV, go up there about 1 or 2 times a month, tape a bunch of stuff for them, still do the VMAs. And then got out of radio, as I'm sure you know, like in March, like almost 2 months ago now, which is crazy.
Kind of refreshing, right? Though it's like it was. Radio's fun. I don't know. Radio was fun. I mean, I guess mornings. It was refreshing to stop because waking up at 3:30, 4 a.m. and then getting to the studio 4:30, 5 o'clock. It got rough, dude. It was like I felt like it was like bad for my health, my physical health. You know.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Every day you slept in more and more and more. You got your sleep.
I didn't get my sleep. I had a kid, so I wasn't falling asleep till 10, 11 o'clock, and then I'm waking up at 4 to take a shower, wash my balls.
5 minutes to 6. Where's Corey?
Oh, give me a fucking break.
Here he comes in his golden hoodie.
Yeah,
Listen, I get it. I know it's early. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning every fucking day.
Yeah, and being able to sleep in is like refreshing.
I walked past the bar downstairs on my way to work, and they're still in there drinking. Hey, enjoy your tipple, asshole. I'm going to fucking work.
That's cool. Is it a solo podcast or are you doing it with someone?
Doing it with somebody.
Okay.
Very excited about it.
Yeah,
very, very excited about it. And the person I'm doing it with has never done something like this. And the person I'm doing it with, yeah, exactly, right. But no, you were asking me, Corey, about like I guess if it's relieving to get out of radio. I mean, yeah, because like I just think a lot. I worked for these like iconic brands in radio. And I always wanted to like make things like as good as they were. I don't know if you remember, but like on the last 92.3 show, I did like specifically multiple times consciously shout out that like, hey, this is really like a K-Rock story. This is a WXRK story, you know, because like people would go on in those final days and they'd act like there's this fucking great community or some fucking bullshit. And it was like, no, like there was never a fucking movement here with 92.3. You know what I mean?
I noticed you did that and it was much appreciated.
Well, thank you. And like, you know, because those are the flowers that in that, you know, should have been given.
Right.
But then I think with radio overall, I was just struggling with like, well, I wanted to do like cool shit or like stuff.
Yeah, because see, you're of the mind that you were going to do cool radio from like 90s and 80s radio because that's how you grew up. You grew up like loving that kind of shit. And that's not the wars between stations and like fucking fun, like back and forth. That shit doesn't happen anymore. And I guess radio stations have been sued so many times, they're afraid to like push any boundaries or go out of the box or do anything. I remember Mike didn't even want me putting phone calls on in the afternoon. And I was like,
what?
Why do I want to do radio then? He's like, yeah, limit the phone calls. And I was like, this is
limit the
phone. That's why I started fucking watching Netflix. I started watching Netflix in between breaks. I was like,
dude, Corey would watch so much fucking Netflix. I don't know if does the Mafia know about this?
Of it. Yeah, I've talked about it. Yeah.
If you guys ever listen to him in the afternoons, just know because I did the night show after Corey eventually, and this guy would watch. He would always be watching fucking Netflix.
Yeah,
but it wasn't his fucking fault because Corey was this super fucking creative, super like dude. Corey
wasn't allowed to do anything.
Corey had like fucking social followers like when like I didn't even realize you could have followers on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Like he was that sort of advanced with it. And then it's like he was so endlessly creative. And then you'd have him talking for 5 seconds in a song. And by the way, it's just the nature of the beast. And it kind of gets at why I wasn't enjoying radio, is that it's not about content. Because when you had Diaries, Kane, right? Like, it was about being memorable, because you'd have to fucking remember the fucking station to write down, right?
Yeah.
But now it's not about that. It's about, dude, be the most inoffensive fucking entity so that people don't even realize you're still on in their fucking car.
Yeah.
And when they're driving Uber or DoorDash and they're going for 20 minutes, going, oh shit, I'm still on 92.3. Dude, I was telling Kane, I did a fucking 20 in Seattle, like a couple fucking, I don't know, like in the last year, a 20 rating. So Corey, you remember rating?
Great. Yeah, it's
fucking
great.
crazy. I mean, Z100 does like a 5 for people in the Northeast. A 20, bro. A 20. That's fucking no, but it's not. No, but I'm saying it's not sick, because clearly some guy like left his fucking meter on in the back room of a fucking Amazon warehouse in Seattle, Washington, and that's why I did a 20. So, anyways, it's just like it. I think radio just became a place where like it's no longer for people like you, Corey, or creatives, or even, or honestly,
it could be. It's just that the
dude, I was making TikTok videos in the studio during. That's where I started making TikTok. That's where I started going big on TikTok. Was then.
Isn't that crazy to think about that?
I was fucking. If you go to all my early TikToks, Alt 92.3 is in the back of all of it. It's all the logos are in the back right there, and it's just like
the irony, right?
I'm so bored at this job. I'm making TikTok videos to become fucking popular,
But I remember pulling into the parking lot of CVS. This is when I realized that Corey was kind of checked out. He did a break. He read a headline from Wise Brother. Wise Brother is just this radio prep service that we all use. Here, I'll give you an example of what I heard. ASAP Rocky's got no problem wearing Rihanna's clothes. Huh, well, all right. And that was it. That was your break. Like, you would read a headline and then go, okay. And then, where's the...
But do you want to hear something crazy? Is Mike would come in and be like, good break.
Yeah, it's the owners of these places who have just watered it down and completely ruined it.
What's funny though is, so like Corey, you were saying like, I grew up on all that stuff like in the radio, but I really didn't. Like, I really didn't listen to like Napster came out when I was 8 years old, and a friend of mine had an older brother. So like, I couldn't even discover radio before I fucking had it on the computer, right? Yeah, and then I had cable, obviously, so I had like MTV, and I always thought of like, well, like radio is just MTV without the fucking video. I'm just gonna watch the video.
Yes.
In my mind as like a child. But anyways, it's like, but then when I studied it, because I just got into radio to make more money. I was like, well, I'm on fucking TV. I bet they'd like me on radio. And then I'd listen to the radio in like 2017. I'd be like, these people, who the fuck's this guy?
Yeah,
exactly. That's like becoming a priest to get more sex. Going into radio to make more money.
Not a bad idea.
Kane does these jokes. Of course, Corey, at the end of like the show sometimes. Yeah. That's the best joke, Kane, I think you've told. That's really good. That's really good. No, I really mean it. But anyway,
Corey's thinking you're being sarcastic.
I'm not.
No, I'm not. I think it's funny because he's being honest.
That was a really good joke.
But I also think it's funny. He's like, he does these jokes at the end of the show. Like,
I like them. Oh my god.
But you were telling Corey like this is his first day here.
No, shit! Yeah, fucking hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I know those. Yeah.
He does his podcast, Corey. But what was I just fucking saying? I was saying, so anyways, when I got into radio, I was like, well, radio's fucking lame, and no one listens to the fucking radio, but I'll get into it because there's like money to be made. You can diversify your career. Anyway, so then I started studying radio because I was so fascinated about why this fucking thing was so big, because it was never big for me as a kid. And then I started fucking going to that 90s shit, and I was like, well, this sounds fucking great. Why don't we just do that? And then I tried to do that. And it's just too late for the medium, dude. You know what I mean? It's just like
it's out of touch now. Yeah, and I know you were actually got to give him credit because Kevin was going on there like running bits like shit that like Howard used to do, and like, he was bringing in props, and like he was actually like, he actually like fucking made an effort to fucking do shit. You know, what I mean?
Were trying to make the homeless guy happen, and it was just like you might as well have been trying to make fetch happen.
He was outside. The guy was outside when I would come in for work, and he was like, "Hey, Corey."
Yeah, but you know what? That's a guy who was on with me 20 years prior when I was at K-Rock, and I could not believe when I saw him again. And I had tried to make him happen the first time, and he just doesn't have the personality for radio. I'm like,
he had no legs, right?
Howard has that whack packers. I'm gonna make him my first, and I think that's kind of what you were doing. But he was a nothing. right? Isn't that what you got?
I
from
don't
him,
know,
right?
dude. I think it might have been. I think the only issue with is he's right. There's the listeners are different. It's not the same medium anymore. It's not the place for that anymore. It's not.
What was his
It'll
fucking
never
name?
be like that again. You know.
Well, you want me? His name was Eric, but you want to know like what blew my mind recently? I was thinking about radio, right? Because I was like, I would say like the percentage of radio listenership, because radio loves to be like, we reach 9 out of 10 Americans, right?
Yeah, fuck
But it's
radio.
like, well, yeah, so do like trees, you know. But I'm not gonna like fucking buy a T-shirt with a tree
Right.
on it or something. And so, like conscious listening, like purposeful listening outside of 6 to 10 a.m., I would guess is less than 3% of the listening audience. Like purposeful, like, oh, I love this midday host. I'm going to listen to this midday host, right? Because
No, you don't,
the
because only 5 seconds of him talking.
right. And so it's really just kind of like, this is the soft station. This is the rock station, whatever, right? And then I totally just lost my train of thought. So this blew my mind the other day. I was thinking about this, right? Because in every city, it's the same ads at this point in radio. It's timeshares, it's like auto insurance, right? Or no, sorry, auto like accident attorneys. And I was thinking about this. The whole industry is sort of propped up on accident attorneys, because an accident attorney can win one case and it's like what, $4 million, $5 million, right? Well, that's enough budget to pay for fucking 5 jocks on an unsuccessful station, right? And so you just go, wow, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, there were fans of like WXRK. They would wear K-Rock t-shirts, right? They'd want K-Rock stickers. They'd put it proudly on their cars. They were fans of the content. And now it's just this weird B2B business where it's like auto accidents attorneys and then these radio companies, because, you know, it's like typically like people who listen to radio are in their cars and that's their demo. Does this make any sense to you guys? I found this very fascinating. When I made this connection, I was like, the whole thing is propped up, because I'm just like, how is this in business?
So auto attorneys are keeping radio alive at this point in time.
Dude, because of the scale of that business. Because again, you win one case, you win, dude, it's $5 million fucking dollars.
DD Jersey said Philly alt radio is just full of lawyer ads. It's all that. So
Because dude, you know what blew my mind is when I came down here to find my house, I heard the same ads that I hear here on K-Rock. The same ads, not different ads, bro. Like not like similar ads, like the same fucking ads.
What's crazy is that attorney you're calling is not even an attorney. They just facilitate and find you a lawyer through that phone call. That's like 1-800 Ask Gary, and it was in Florida, and it became the largest. They ended up becoming so rich they bought a fucking amphitheater in Tampa, the Tampa amphitheater. It was the 1-800 Ask Gary amphitheater. And all they did was facilitate. They were the middleman. They find you an attorney. That's so fucking crazy, dude.
It's the same reason that it's the same thing that networks are going through. I mean, Big Pharma props them up. They don't have any money if Big Pharma stuff, and that's why they're so upset if RFK gets his way and bans pharma ads on TV. There goes their cash cow. They got nothing coming in, especially like the news channels. And then there goes the control over the narrative on these news channels. That's the only reason Big Pharma advertises on TV. Nobody buys those pills. Doctors don't prescribe those pills. It's just a way they keep spending money. So you got to keep pushing our narrative. Otherwise, we'll stop spending money, and that's their cash cow. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, top dog law.
Yeah, top dog law.
What was the one? Big Lou. He's on meds too. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But Big Lou sells meds, and I think he's a lawyer or ED medicine. Big Lou does everything, but they always end with Big Lou. Oh, like a divorce attorney. Big Lou's been married too, or something like that. That's fucking crazy. Hilarious. Yeah, I would go to Big Lou just because of that commercial.
You know what's crazy though, Kane, is like you're talking about network TV, and I was watching late night basketball last night, and then it was a commercial, so I switched over, and I was watching one of the late night shows, and it's so crazy. Like it really is crazy when you watch it and you haven't watched it in a while, and you grew up on Letterman or Leno when it was kind of a comedy show.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't want to name the person, but I was watching this late night host, and they were like it was so skewed. Like they did this like a whole attack thing on Tesla because they don't like Elon because Elon's with Trump, right? And I'm just like, am I wrong to say Tesla's an American company? I don't want to misspeak.
No, Tesla isn't.
We're not wrong.
Tesla's an American. Yeah, Tesla's 100%
an American company, right? And I'm like, again, dude, I'm not talking about fucking politics. I'm not talking about policies. I'm not talking about any of that, dude. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of fucking weird. It was this whole bit. The punchline was that Tesla's...
Kevin, let me ask you a question real quick. Are your whiskers rubbing against the mic, or maybe
sorry.
You turn down a little?
Is it hot?
It's like when you're wearing a lav mic and you scratch in your...
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. You know.
Yeah. There we go.
Good call. Tell me if that's a little better.
Yeah, it's better.
But anyways, the punchline to the joke was like crash footage of Teslas getting tested, and the punchline was like, yeah, real safe car or something. And I was just like, that's not a joke. That's like you're trying to tell people that Teslas are unsafe. And I'm like, I'm not talking about politics. I'm just talking about an American company. Why are you trying to hurt an American company? I think that's kind of fucking weird. And then they did another punchline joke where like they were making fun of guys, and they were making fun of like protein shakes and ZZ Top and like some other sort of male thing. And I'm like, well, why is it bad to take protein powder? Yeah. And why is it, by the way,
well, like, because they're just, all they're trying to do is take down toxic masculinity. That's all they're trying to do.
Isn't that weird though?
I don't think, here's the thing is I don't think it's happening the way they want it to. As someone that's been like, I've been on the road doing comedy shows and whatnot, I feel like it's back. I feel like comedy's back. I feel like the ability to say things like retard is back. I feel like the ability to like,
in real life.
With people not. I was talking with people at Gotham Gym, and there was models and stuff in there, men and female, and talking about we say retard. It's a fucking fun word, and it's like some people, young ones that you thought were going to be like super liberal and woke, and like you can't say that, but they don't. It's so I think it's just they're trying. And they're just not going to work.
Grip on it.
I think Democrats have
for a while, but now
I think Democrats are getting sick of the far left as well. I've been seeing it on TikTok where there's like, this is why we lost, and they'll show a video of someone being like ultra left, and like they're like, "Yo, you're fucking embarrassing us." I can see why
Bill
people
Maher's
went.
One of those guys.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though, Corey? I don't know if you're seeing this yet in comedy, and of course, comedy's like an opinion-based sport.
Mm-hmm.
But, those like. Sort of edginess is definitely back in comedy, right?
100%, yeah.
But I'm already seeing hacks abuse it. They're abusing the shot. They're abusing, you know what I mean? Where it's like, dude, your whole bit can't be like, you said a fucking naughty word, because you can brilliant. I mean, I think you can say, if the thing with comedy that I think is my favorite aspect of comedy as an art form is that, dude, if you laugh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the only rule. If you fucking laugh, it's funny. And so you can say anything you want, but it's like.
But for comedians, it's not that. For comedians, if you can get a laugh, but we know when you got an easy laugh. We know when the joke wasn't written well. We know that when it was a hack job. We know that it was something too easy or punching down too easy, or there's got to be a twist to it. You can't just go in, tell a fucking edgy joke, and like you're fucking great. Kill Tony has done this and made people believe that everyone could be a comedian because of this. Like they'll get up there on Kill Tony, they'll say this crazy joke about fucking black guys and this, and then they'll get a laugh, and they'll be like, oh, we're gonna put you on some more shows, and then you come to find out they're fucking awful comedians.
Dude, I've heard that show is like really fucking up live comedy in a lot of ways in terms of booking and stuff because of what you're talking about, where it's like they might. Or Tony might make someone seem funny because of his post interview.
That's what's happened. And then go on the road and find out it's not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then that guy's headlining or some shit, and you're just like,
But then Tony will get on. Here's the fucking funny thing: is Tony will get on and be like, "This guy's selling out everywhere. He's a legend." And then you come to find out, and I'll talk to the club owners. I'm like, that guy barely sold any tickets. So it's like Tony's going on there, and I guess it's got to be like he's got to network with them, right? He's gonna make some money off this comedian. Because he put him up. So there's got to be some contract there where he's like, I made you this. I'm going to help you get on the road and sell tickets, but I'm going to get 10%. I'm your agent now, right? Because Tony's a businessman.
Isn't that the Show Killers tour? He does a tour. Like a friend of mine is getting put on this tour right now.
Really?
Because he had a moment and, did well on Kill Tony. And he's getting put on a tour now with other... But Tony's got to own that.
He does. I guarantee you he does. Yeah, because it's all his like his top guys. And now some of them sell tickets. Like you got your Cam Patterson, he sells tickets. But the other guys, like you got the one dude that's just fucking. A lot of them are disabled. You know what I mean? A lot of those guys are disabled, and they don't sell tickets. So it's like when you go up there and you're like, this guy sells out everywhere. It's like, no, he doesn't.
He sells out the handicap section.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. But.
I mean, like handicapped.
You're right. When it comes to like, it just seems like comedy's easy because you get up there, you say some fucking things that are edgy, and that's not it. You have to be edgy, but you also have to be smart and bring them back. You got to be.
Yeah,
Jeselnik says it best.
Well,
Jeselnik had a whole interview where he was talking about it.
it's
Speaking
a
of
lot like
retards,
radio. Oh, go on, Gabe. Sorry.
moving on. Speaking of retards, remember all the I was getting these sent to me all the time. The hot Downs girls.
Those aren't real, Kane.
No, they're not. I know they're not real. I'm the one
You
who
thought
said
they were
weren't
real for first, but you
no,
at
no,
first
no,
you thought
no,
they were
no,
real.
no, no, no.
You
I
fall
know
for that shit all the time.
Nope, I do fall for shit all the time, but I was the one telling people there's no that they don't exist. Well, did you see this video? Apparently, it's an AI filter these chicks have been using.
Yeah.
For clicks and views, pretending to have Downs. Is there anything more disgusting than this?
Can I be honest with you?
Disturbing trend.
What?
Have you looked at one of these AI clips though and been like, yo, I fucking
No, but I knew right away because there's no way. I know my way around Downsy
no,
people.
but
I
I'm
grew
just
up with a tart.
saying.
I
Just
know.
think about it. If there was one like they were built like that,
No.
would you be downs to do it?
Well, hey.
I think I don't know, dude. If single Corey's 23 years old, this girl comes that like the one they had
No.
walking out of the gym that was like thick, like
Well, she would be dumb enough to let you.
I'll blend your food, girl. What do you need?
Happening on Instagram where women are using fake AI filters to make themselves look like they have Down syndrome in order to sell more OF subscriptions. I'm not talking about one or two Instagram accounts. I'm talking about multiple. So creepy, and they get so much engagement. It works. The captions are things like this, and Instagram just allowed it to happen.
Caption says he's ready
Come on,
to
dude.
dick
Go
a
back to
Down
that one.
syndrome
Go back
girl.
to that one right there and tell
I
me.
can't.
Come on, man.
I can't rewind.
Tell me you would if you. Come on, man.
No, I would.
Yo, is that
These
shit
are-
contagious? Like, could I can't? Because you know.
Like,
Come on, man. That's crazy.
it's terrible.
Kevin, come on,
What
man.
is this?
Time
There are
in. What
so
about
many
that?
layers to how fucked up this onion is, but I'm gonna try to peel through that. The fact that we are hypersexualizing people who have Down syndrome
Alright,
is
this-
disgusting.
Alright,
Here's
we
the
get it. We
thing:
know.
without demand, there's no product. So obviously, there's a demand of people who want to consume
Oh,
that
so
kind.
now she's turning around and blaming the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's men's fault that women are pretending to have Downs.
And it's not.
for
We're
their-
not consuming it. We're looking at it and be like, no way. And then we're in the chat being goofy, being like, yo, I would. That's all it is. I
feel
can't wait
pretty
till they
stupid.
make a guy version where a guy's fucking jacked and he's got a little Down's face, and the women are like, yeah, fucking.
I feel pretty stupid though if I ever did beat off to one of these girls.
Oh yeah, you would.
I didn't.
Kind of content, which is why so many people were coming out with that kind of content. What the hell is going on with Meta's moderation? Because I know y'all love to censor people who talk about politics or
God, I hate this bitch.
Yeah, no, I'm taking her off. I've seen enough of her gut hanging over. Yeah.
So what is wait. So I have so many questions. So what does that creator do? Like, is she just kind of like, what's her?
Who the girl who was talking?
Yeah, like is that
I
just
don't
she just
know.
complains?
Somebody sent that to me because that's the video they saw that was proof that the Downsy girls were fake. So I don't know. I don't think she's inconsequential to the reason that they sent me the video.
I'm sort of torn on the topic because one side of me goes, that's super fucked up to sort of like use a filter to like appear like you have a disability.
Yeah.
But then is it in a way, and I say this with all due respect, is it in a way like a good thing?
Don't do it.
No.
No.
Like because of equality. Like, is there something that's not occurring to me? By the way, I apologize if there's something that's not occurring to me. But is there something
No,
like?
I'm just looking at images and I'm about to show you guys. That's why I'm.
Oh, okay.
What's not occurring to you is the fact that it's like a circus freak. People can't believe that Down syndrome people are that hot. That's why they're looking. It's not like, hey, Downs people are pretty too. It ain't that. They're not. It's not equality. They're using them as like a circus fucking freak.
What is
Dude.
that person
Come on,
doesn't have
man.
Downs? do
Yeah,
they?
that's the AI, the Downs face. See how it's a little bit different, a little bit Downs of a face.
On
That's
the
what they
Down
do.
scale up to 100, she's like a 2. She's barely. But again, that's fake too.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
but it's
fake
not
picture.
real. But that's what they're doing. They're using it exactly. So it's like, but at the same time, you're like, yo, I mean, let's go on vacation.
Wait, I do want to hear the rest. What is your defense of this, Kevin?
No. I was thinking like, isn't there a silver lining or a positive? I don't want to say silver lining, but maybe is there a positive to like, hey, like we're putting in this theory we're putting Downs people on equal footing as like other women.
That's like the
Representing-
closest you're gonna get to that is that girl that goes, Just because you think I have downs, you think I can't drink, but I can drink, and so I don't get a drink. You ever seen that girl?
No, who the fuck is this?
No.
You've seen that? Yes, you have. We talked about her before, Kane.
We
When she's
have?
been on,
Oh.
she's like, just because you have downs, you think I can't order a drink, so you don't ask me if I want to drink. Therefore, I can't drink. Therefore, I won't.
Sure.
It's that girl
Yeah.
with Down syndrome. It's like I could do anything I want to do. You haven't seen that one yet?
Yeah,
She's
but
like
that's
she's
a
like the
real
ringleader.
Downs person saying that they can do anything they want to do.
That's what I
Not
said.
a-
I said
not
that's
a
the
chick with a
closest you're gonna
filter
get.
saying
I said
Downs
that
people.
that's the closest you're gonna get to real equality, or equity, whatever you want to call it, between.
Remember this commercial, Kevin?
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school just like their neighbors and come back to a real home, a supervised home, right in the neighborhood where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.
Now that's a good, uplifting thing for retarded people.
When is that from?
80s commercial. Corey saw the commercial. He's like, none of those people are even retarded.
None of them were one. Not one of them was actually. They were all playing one on a commercial. That was crazy. To
Well,
me.
all right. So the Downs filter's a lie. What's the difference between that and other filters
Like what?
that hide wrinkles and make people look beautiful?
Oh, because that's different. You're hiding a whole fucking. That's not even the same.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm asking.
I know you
guys.
are, but
Yeah.
that's not the same at all. I mean,
I know.
Again, the Down syndrome thing's wrong. Am I going to go on a rant and tell you how horrible it is for you to look at it? No, because you already know it's horrible. We know it's bad. You don't have to tell us this. You don't have to go in there and be like, there was 50 murders in Chicago. I can't believe it. You know how fucking awful that is? No, we know it's awful. You don't have to fucking tell us it's awful.
Well, you know what's
We're-
crazy? What's crazy is like I'm thinking about this in real time. What's so awful about the internet is that some creep can make that filter and then just source some other girl's videos, apply the filter to the video, and now it's just like we don't even know who the fuck to get mad at. Which makes me just think of like, dude, where the fuck does all this go with like AI? And I'm not anti-AI. I fuck use ChatGPT every day, but it's like, wait, dude, it's just gonna. It's
Yeah, but the
really
guys
gonna
that built AI are afraid of AI now. Like they're like,
Yeah,
yo,
you
we
see
got
that?
to
You
we
see
have
that
to
dude
step
on-
back. Yeah, we've got to.
Bill, too late. We shouldn't have done this.
But my thing is, I saw a video the other day about a guy, the FBI or something. He said, don't put pictures of your kids online anymore. He said, because someone will grab that picture of your kid's face and they'll put it in a porn video. And your kid will be somewhere on the internet in a fucking kiddie porn video just because you posted his picture on the internet. So that's like, I love showing like videos and images of my son like batting or playing baseball. But like now at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to post that shit no more.
That's fucking crazy.
What's your recourse if you find that your kid has been used in such a way? I wonder what. I mean, is
You're
there?
not gonna find the. How are you gonna find the person that's,
Well, that's
doing
what I'm
it?
saying.
The
What
person
can
that's
you do
doing it
about
is
it?
already so far ahead. They're hid their IP address. They're not gonna get. It's
You gotta
lost
go.
cause.
You gotta go Mel Gibson and ransom.
Yeah, or fucking Liam Neeson.
Well, that's what I.
Hey,
there
can we
was this-
stop acting? Can we stop making Liam Neeson so strong in movies? This guy's fucking 70-something years old.
Well,
You know?
it's the same thing with the female superhero movies when they're throwing men around. I'm like, can we just knock that off?
But at least they're called superheroes. Like
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's going out at 75 years old with fucking, he's got gout or something, and he's fucking killing a whole
course.
terrorist organization. No, he's not.
Would you
The
rather
guy's
have
fighting
Liam-
high cholesterol, dude.
Would you rather have Liam Neeson or Superwoman?
Superwoman. Because at least she got powers from somewhere. This guy's wearing Dr. Scholl's kicking ass. That's crazy.
You see, Liam Neeson's doing Naked Gun. They're bringing back Naked Gun with Liam Neeson.
I saw the fucking trailer. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, is it? I just saw the
It's
poster.
Liam Neeson is not a comedic actor, especially how can any actor consciously step into Leslie Nielsen's shoes? Because you're going to be compared no matter what. I don't care what you do. You're sitting there going, Leslie Nielsen, he would have been way better. He would have delivered that line a lot better. There's no way he can get around not being compared to the original. There's just,
Holy
he's
shit.
so bad. He
Did you-
plays his son, is what it is. Leslie Nielsen, what was his name? Drebin? No, that was the
Oh,
that was
no.
the commissioner or whatever. I
But
forget
did you
what
know
his
this?
character-
Doble says Rick says that he found a person catfishing Rhett on a PlayStation in Philly. And not only that, Jillian G said when she worked for the FBI, which fucking that's news to me. Did you know Jillian G worked for the FBI?
No.
She said
At
she was
her
called
own.
into she was called to security because someone used her image for a Facebook account, and the guy got a knock on his door he wasn't expecting. So apparently the FBI has ways to fucking to get to you.
Oh, dude, my girlfriend's parents are both like huge LA County sheriffs, and like they can just get a hold. There was a guy I used to run a sports betting page on TikTok, and I would give out
Shit.
picks, and it was free, and it wasn't
Yeah.
there's nothing nefarious about the page at all, dude. It was literally free picks, and I'm pretty good at sports betting, and it was a great page. I grew it to like fucking 10,000 followers, all this shit, right? And people started impersonating me, and then telling people it's really awful. Telling people I'll give you my real pick, for like $500, and people
Damn.
were buying it.
Oh shit.
No.
And that's a slippery slope right there too.
Well, dude, yeah, totally, bro. My fucking girlfriend's dad found this fucking guy, his address, in like a fucking minute, dude. Like he's like,
Wow.
yep, it's so and so, and ironically, he lived like up the road here in Florida. But I was like, the cops, dude, at that level, and that's just like an LA County
Yeah,
sheriff. Bro.
yeah.
We're not talking about the FBI, dude. They found this
have, yeah.
motherfucker in a second, dude.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Have you ever been on the dark web? I want to log on and look around because they don't hold anything back on the dark web. But I'm afraid. I'm afraid I would stumble into something I'm not supposed to see, and then you're
Closest I've
arrested
been
and
is like
jailed.
Live Leak and like fucking and like
Yeah.
Rotten.com. You know what I mean? They don't have those anymore. You can't even look at those anymore. But like,
What
that's
were
the closest I've
those?
been. The Rotten.com was a fucking whole page where you could go to see terrorists with their heads chopped off
Great
and their
site.
dicks in their mouths. One
Great
guy
site.
committed suicide by jumping up into a helicopter and his head got split in half. And there's photos of it. Anything goes there. They have
Anything.
photos of Morgan. They had photos of Tupac dead at the medical. Like it's crazy.
I mean, like the dark web will live stream an actual snuff film being shot. It's all fucking. Not that I would watch that, but I might watch it up until the point of.
I once,
yeah.
speaking of snuff films, I have a snuff film story. I once went on a Tinder date when Tinder like first came out with a woman in upstate New York, and she lived in a cabin, but not like a nice place that's meant to look like a cabin. Like she
Hansel
lived
and
in-
Gretel type shit. What the fuck?
dog, in a mountain, in a cabin. Like it was like crazy. I mean, again, you know that meme where it's like, my dick has brought me to places that
Yeah.
I with a gun. This is one of those places. Anyways, we hook up, whatever. Like afterwards, she's like, "Hey, do you want to watch a snuff film?" And I was like 22 at the time. I was like, what is that? Like I thought like, Kane, something like that, like a sniff film. But she explained it was a murder, and I'm like, I literally didn't even say goodbye. I got dressed. She's like, "Where are you going? What's going on?" And I just ran, dude. I ran like a child to my fucking car and drove out of
It
that
doesn't
mountain.
start, dude. It just doesn't fucking start.
Dude,
Just chasing-
honestly though, like in that moment, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because you don't know who's in the house. You don't know where the fuck is. Like you don't know.
Yeah, dude, that's creepy, dude.
that's crazy.
And then you got that post nut clarity. You're smarter
Yeah,
now. You're like,
what am I
oh,
doing in this cabin?
I'm here.
If you were in a movie, you wouldn't have run to your car. You'd have run to the barn with all the chainsaws.
yeah. No,
Even
it wouldn't be
commercials.
chainsaws. It'd be dildos. It'd just be fucking so many dildos.
Right, but you'd have tripped on the way. Twisted your ankle a little bit.
Right.
Of
As she
course.
loped slowly towards you.
That's crazy. That Rust movie's coming out
Terrifying.
today. You know that Rust movie?
Who can sit there and watch that? Wouldn't
Me?
you just only be thinking about the poor woman who died? Like
I
every time
don't know.
Alec is
What
on
movie
screen
is
or
this?
points a gun,
Rust
you
is the
just-
one where Alec Baldwin killed that lady.
Oh,
On accident.
horrible reviews too.
dude.
Horrible review. I can't believe they finished that movie. Tacky
Why?
as fuck. Oh,
Why?
come on. A woman died on set.
What if that lady? Because that lady wasn't she the one that handled the gun, or wasn't she the one that
Right, was she the stunt coordinator or the
yeah,
prop
so
coordinator or something like that?
she was
Yeah.
the prop coordinator. What if she loaded the gun on purpose so that he would accidentally kill the person he was supposed to aim it at and shoot, and then she just died by her own fucking.
So
What
maybe
if?
she was. So you say maybe she was a terrible person and
What
wanted
if she
someone
was
else dead?
nefarious and wanted someone else killed, and she was gonna have Liam? I mean, not sorry, Liam. She was gonna have Alec kill that person. Cause she's the one that handled the props. It's her fault there was a bullet in it. It's not his fault. He just pulled a trigger. He does it every day. So what if she was like, I've had arguments. I'm gonna fucking put a real bullet in it. So when Alec goes to pull the trigger at the fucking person he's supposed to fake shoot, he actually real shoots them. And now he gets in trouble, and that person's dead, and fucking two gone with
Yeah.
one stone.
I don't know. Maybe the cops missed something there. Maybe they didn't investigate every.
Well, they couldn't investigate her. She was dead.
Huh? That's true. I don't know. You might be onto something. Still think it's tacky.
I agree, Kane.
Thank you. You guys,
I'll think about you guys while I watch it in IMAX.
That movie's. I'm surprised that's not straight to fucking video.
I'm just gonna go the whole time. I'm gonna be like,
stream.
where was it? Where was it? There! Shot her there! And then I'll walk out then.
Right. That's what everyone's waiting for. Where was it? Where she got? What was the scene?
Yeah.
Dude, that's gotta be like fucked up. I'm not siding with Alec Baldwin, but like that's gotta be pretty fucked up, dude. To have
Yeah,
killed
it's really not his fault. He didn't know the gun.
I think that's even more fucked up than actually like think about people who have like a cop who shot somebody, killed them, right? That's one thing. Dude, it's probably fucked up. But now think about like, dude, you were told it. Like, dude, that's so fucking crazy.
It's a prop gun. You when you're smoking the cigarettes on set, they're not real cigarettes. But if someone were to put a real cigarette, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? Or if they put
Dude.
real weed in the fake weed, you're like, what?
Yeah.
It's all
Dude.
his fault. I don't believe that. I don't think it's all his fault. I don't know.
No,
unless he. Yeah,
how is it his fault?
I don't know.
No, it's definitely not his fault.
It's like when I held a cap gun and I pointed at my friends and I'm fucking shooting them with a cap gun.
Well, it's just a thing with guns. There are many. You can't be too careful. There are many layers. Alec, was it his fault? Probably. He still should have been careful. He still should have looked. He still shouldn't have pointed it at someone. I mean,
So
there's
that's
just
what it
certain
was.
there's rules around guns that he broke.
It was the prop coordinator that did it, and she was inexperienced and shouldn't have done the job. But he shot the cinematographer. So the prop coordinator she should be in trouble.
Wait, why did he shoot the cinematographer?
It was just, I guess he was aiming it, and it was.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he didn't like the
Dude.
set she chose.
Ken, I was joking on one of these episodes I did with you guys about like stories that just should be the biggest story. That like the world is so fucking crazy now, Corey. Where like a story was like that should be like the biggest story ever.
Yeah.
This is actually crazy when you stop and think about it. Alec Baldwin shot and killed a fucking lady
Yeah.
on a set of a movie. That's fucking crazy.
Well, Kevin, why don't we talk more about the Boeing incidents where the fucking two people that were going against Boeing ended up dead? One
that?
suicide. What? So remember the whole Boeing thing where the doors were falling off and they found out that they were being made improperly and they weren't being made right, and there was whistleblowers that were going and doing depositions, and the one guy was going for his final deposition and he was happy to take down Boeing. And then it so happened that in the hotel parking lot in his car, he committed suicide right before he was going to the deposition, and there was no cameras pointed in this direction, and there was no proof that it was suicide other than the fact that they said he shot himself. And then there was another guy who was like, I'm going to do it now. And then he died of a staph infection
Well, why do
a
you
week
think nobody
before his
talks about it?
deposition.
Why do you think nobody talks about it? Because the media doesn't talk about it. Therefore, no one talks about it.
But
Because
are they afraid to
lead
talk
the
about it? Because these are pretty big fucking news.
They're
These are
great.
pretty
They're
big
huge
deals.
stories. But the media leads the conversation. And if the media's got people telling them, don't talk about this, if they got people paying people off, don't talk about it, bury it,
Yeah.
no one talks about it, and everyone forgets about it. The stories that get the least amount of headlines and coverage and conversation are the ones that you, like you just said, are the ones those are the important ones. Those are the ones that you should pay attention to.
Yeah, but we find out that fucking Kelsey unfollowed Ryan Reynolds. That's the fucking news we get.
Look over here, shiny keys, shiny red ball. Do you guys want to play initials game? I got a couple requests, DM wise. They want to see Kevin versus Corey in initials game.
Kevin's fucking smart though. He's not Jay.
I know he is. I texted a couple people last week. I don't have the intro for initials game. It's all right. We'll do without. I texted a couple people. Does Kevin make me sound stupid on the show?
Kevin's just good with words. Kevin is smart. Kevin, like you saw how Kevin said he studied radio. Like that's
I
some
know.
fucking nerdy shit, dude. Like Kevin's a smart guy.
He used the word flowered before, like in some way that he didn't mean
Familiarity,
like
and he said it without fucking up, dude. I can't do that.
You just did it.
Yeah, because I fucking practice in my head.
I'm not sure I can do it. I'm not familiarity.
Familiarity, dude. Familiarity.
Familiarity. Okay.
I think
All
he's saying
RC.
familiarity.
RC are the initials. You remember how it works, Kevin?
Yeah.
Just briefly remind me.
Yes.
They can
I
be
give-
anything.
I
You're gonna
give
get okay.
clues. It can be a person. It can be a thing that.
We gotta
all
shut the
two
comments off
words.
though, because
Yeah,
Jillian
turn the
G's really
comments
good
off.
too.
2 words. First word R. Second word C. Here we go. Its tools date back to the 19th century.
Okay. Its tools date back to the 19th century.
And you're not penalized for wrong answers, right?
No, you
No.
could shout out whatever you want. Like its tools date back to like Royal Caribbean, but that's not.
Often, but but you're penalized in a way if you shout something out and the other guy gets it.
Gets the
because-
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
plenty of times. Yeah.
Often used in phrases comparing bad situations.
Right choice. Right choice. Wrong. No.
RC.
RC.
Connected
It's
to
tools.
pulp.
Pulp.
Pulp. Yeah, that would throw me too. I even know the answer, and that's a weird one.
Pulp. Okay. I'm thinking about the pineapple shit and the company that owns pineapple. What's that company that owns pineapple? No.
There's a company that owns pineapple.
Yeah, out in Hawaii. That's a whole company out there that's got pineapple. That's Dole. Never mind. Dole.
Features infection.
What features infection?
Infection.
And then you know what he does? Kane likes to look at us like we're fucking stupid because we don't know it, but he's fucking been reading the answer the whole time.
He's a good game show host, though.
Features infection.
And every now and then, I will give a face if you're close. I'll make googly eyes or something. So
I studied radio. Kane studied Chuck Woolery.
2 and 2. Be right back.
Yeah, there you go.
Connected to crowns.
Royal.
Caribbean.
No, I said that already.
Ritz Carlton.
Oh, that's a good guess.
You'll get it off this last
the
one.
Royal
Ready?
Court?
Here we go. Final clue. You're going to get
Tools
it. A
date down to-
dental procedure.
Oh,
Root
root
canal.
canal. Oh, who got that?
Go to the tape. Go to the tape.
Now listen. My instinct is to say Corey. It
Wow.
sounded to me like
I
I'm gonna
think
go
I said root
Root
first, but I think
first.
he said it faster. I
think
said
you-
root first, but I
I
think he
got
said
that
root
canal in, dude.
Yeah.
DD Jersey Barbie usually goes back and looks at the replay, but we're gonna wait a minute here for the Mafia to chime in because I
Anthony.
think Corey said first.
I definitely thought I said root first, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. We both got it. Everyone's saying
Nice.
Kevin. All right, so Kevin's got it. Let's go, Kevin.
All right.
My Wi-Fi's got me shit, man. This happens every time with Jay too, and I'm like, I said it before Jay, and I was like, they say Jay, I'm like, fucking.
You better say it before Jay.
All right. Kevin got it. RC. Some argue there can be more than one.
Okay, more than one.
RC.
Some are worth millions of dollars.
Royal craps, rich.
Turn your comments off, Kevin.
Oh, how do I do that?
Go up
Go-
on top and click
Go
where it says
to
music.
music. Just click music. He's got his hand up.
No, I don't want you.
Above the
where's-
comments, you see where it says
Where is
music?
Some of
All
them
right.
are worth
Oh, it
more.
says comments, private chat. Oh, I got private chat now, so it just says
Oh,
Kane
okay, all
Corey
right. There you go. There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Often appear at auctions.
What? Rolex? No. Some of them could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. You said
Yep.
Royal.
They're given numerical grades.
Carrots.
Cards. Fucking cards. Trading cards. Fucking what kind of cards are they? Fuck.
Royal carrots? No.
No, it's fucking cards. But what kind of cards? It's not Pokemon cards. It's not baseball cards. It's not race cards. It's not
These are collected and traded.
coins.
No?
Cards.
Yeah?
But what kind of card is an R
tell
card?
me.
Retard card.
You would get one of those
Good
right
drop.
now. An example is a 1989 Ken Griffey
Rookie
Jr.
card.
Rookie card. You fucking idiot.
You were how could you not come up with a rookie?
Because I was thinking sport.
RC, commonly shortened to just 6 letters.
Kane seems he works on his segues though, Corey. Don't you feel like on this game show, it's like oh, it's another round now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of rookie cards,
Sometimes connected to Shakespeare.
RC 6 letters, Shakespeare play.
Renaissance culture.
What?
It's not
Rom-com.
It could be right.
Romantic comedy.
Wow.
Rom-com.
Wow, did you get that?
Romantic
Fuck,
comedy.
yes, 6 letters, rom-com, romantic
Yeah,
comedy, Shakespeare.
that's it.
Fuck, yeah.
That's
Oh,
All right,
wow.
Let's go.
Very nice.
Let's get it.
Totally
Let's go.
wasn't there.
2 to 1, often connected to presidents. Do you feel like this is a bigger challenge against Kevin than Jay?
Yes. Yeah.
Not even a
It's a
hesitation.
league. It's a different league.
Republican convention.
Oh.
No. A I'm like, what? Wrong one. No, it's not. Often connected
was
to
it?
president, but that's a good guess.
Republican
Gaslighter.
candidate.
Yes. Often outdoors. See, I think the president's thing is very misleading, but
A royal court.
no, also good guess, but
Outdoors.
often features product placement.
Features presidents is outdoors. Okay, what kind of games are outdoors? What kind of golf match do presidents go to? Well,
Corey's way tougher than Jay because he doesn't shut the fuck up, and you're trying to think, and Corey's fucking
Royal
everything's
Caribbean.
external with his thought process.
yeah,
Really?
I can't
fuck
think.
up.
I can't think inside. I got to think outside. But I'm helping you out. So
It is a podcast too. We should be saying something.
I mean, you know.
yeah, because here's the thing: is sometimes we won't say anything, and Kane's like, "Why aren't you shouting out answers?" And I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
fuck, all right, I forgot."
Because I'm picturing driving in the car, listening on Spotify, like there's three minutes of dead air. Connected to hospitality.
Ritz Carlton. That's got to be it.
Nope.
Really?
Good guess.
Outdoors. You said outdoors. You said connected to presidents.
Connected to presidents, often outdoors. Product placement, hospitality. Connected to the Academy Awards.
Beverly. Is it a? It's got to be a place. It's got to be a
Red
place.
carpet.
Yeah, you fucking cunt.
Holy shit, dude! The mind is so fucking crazy. Like, bro, I did not even think of that before a nanosecond before I fucking said it.
You should know though because of the whole Academy Awards thing. You do those red carpets.
You've been on a
Yeah.
billion of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Song title for The Clash and Beastie Boys.
I don't fucking. I'm out.
Featured in a 2006 Adam Sandler film.
2006 Adam Sandler film. Royal Caribbean. Where did he go?
Oh, I mean, the film in 2006 is Click. Is it Click?
Yes.
Okay. Remote Control.
Ah, damn, dude. Yeah, fucking.
Speaking of remote control,
he's so much better because.
I saw Colin Quinn. Colin Quinn got his start on MTV Remote Control, an old 80s show.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
remember.
Colin Quinn do stand-up, Corey, last.
Great comedian.
We haven't even. We should do. I should come back if you guys will have me. We should just talk stand-up because I go to all these stand-up shows. I love stand-up. But anyways,
Great comedian.
I fell asleep, dude.
Oh no!
It
Really?
wasn't even bad, dude.
He
I'm
doesn't
gonna
have.
sound like
There's not a
such
lot of energy
loser.
to him though. There's not a lot of energy.
But it was. You're gonna make fun of me. I blamed because my girlfriend was like, "Why did you fell asleep? It's Saturday night. You fucking fell asleep." It was such a dark room.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you guys? Like where he performed was the darkest fucking.
Where'd you see him at?
The Broward Center, which is like,
Okay.
like he was joking, like he's like, I'm glad I got booked at a mega church.
I'm glad I got booked at. Yeah. I'm glad I got booked at a mega church.
But
Corey
dude,
played at church.
Kane, you got to see him because the little I feel like I know about you, Kane, you would fucking love his takes on
He's
so
smart.
much
He's
shit.
smart. He's
And
a
it's just-
good comedian.
I do love it. I love his stuff. Where were we?
Sorry.
The next one. He said
Oh,
remote
and
I
that's
think
control.
it's a
Okay,
3-1. Is it 3?
You know why?
4-1.
You know why?
4-1.
You know why Kevin's harder? Because Kevin knows things. Jay doesn't know click.
Dude, Jay doesn't know shit, dude.
Jay doesn't know things.
Jay's like fucking 50 and it's like has never like retained any
Lived.
information.
Yeah, there's
fucking
nothing
ever.
there, dude.
Well, and you know what's funny, Corey? I wanted to say this. He's like, so when you left the station, right? When you talk to Jay and Mafia, I don't know if you know this or not. He just he over exaggerates fucking everything.
Yeah, he
right?
embellishes.
It's fucking insane though. So you never know what the fuck is true. So I remember asking one time, like, "Yo, how is the podcast going? And then how's Corey doing?" And he's telling me how great Corey's doing. This, that, the other. And I'm like, I remember being like, "Yeah," like I have Bryce. Like I remember you're Bryce, our buddy. I remember being like, "Yeah, I don't know." I talked to Jay, like, and he's just like Corey's like fucking doing videos with like Mario Lopez and shit, like like Quavo. I mean, Corey's probably like it's probably rough for Corey, just because it came from Jay. And then
Jay's my biggest fucking supporter ever. Dude, Jay will call me like, "Hey bro, you wanna do a brand deal with I'm like, Jay, first of all, calm the fuck down, dude.
By the way, these fucking brand deals. This guy's been calling me every 3 months, telling me, asking me permission to get me brand deals, and every time I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like, yeah, go get me money, sure." Like, you know what I mean? And then it's been like 2 years, and there's never a brand deal. There's nothing. And then it's the same example every time. He's like, "Dude, this friend of Corey's, I got him $15,000 to wear Champion hats."
No,
And I
he
was like-
didn't. No, he's
and I was like, all right, like I'll like. get me a champion hat. You know what I mean? And it's just nothing. It's never fucking anything. But no, Jay's great. I just
Jay's
sometimes
great. he's a hustler. I'll give him that. He's a hustler. That's for sure.
I like how after all that it ends with no, but he's great.
No, yeah. Well, that's the old trick.
He
Yeah.
hustles, dude. He hustles.
He's going to be asking you to buy robots soon. Stand by.
What's next?
Connected to the closing credits of 2003's Elf.
The Real Claws.
Connected to a Best Picture nominee from the 2005 Academy Awards.
Royal Caribbean. I don't fucking know, dude.
Connected to 1980's The Blues Brothers.
Red Cadillac?
Yeah.
No?
Nope.
Fuck. They drove
Connected
Black
to the
Cadillac.
line, you got the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby. Is that
Red Chili Pit? No. No. That's not it.
Known for sunglasses.
Known for sunglasses? See, it's a song. It's an artist. Johnny Cash? No, not.
fucking Johnny Cash? This guy.
RC.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Known for Georgia on My Mind.
Oh, Ralph!
Ray Charles!
Ray Charles! No! God damn it!
Kevin Gatter.
I knew it was one of the black guys.
The final clue would have been blind.
Ray Charles, yeah. Fucking.
5-1. Wow.
Yeah, let's go. I have to get the next one right, don't I?
Yeah, you got a couple before you can.
All right. Come on. Bring it.
Originally called the Jackson with an X.
Ritz Carlton.
No.
Okay, I thought it was a hotel. I thought that would be a hotel.
Debuted in 1934.
1934. Originally called the Jackson?
Features holes.
Features holes.
Jay would be afraid of these. You know he's got a fear of holes, right, Kevin?
Sponge?
You don't like orifices?
What?
He doesn't like
holes.
orifices.
She's got tryptophobia.
Like he can't look at a beehive
Can you look at the vagina?
and hole. Like
Yeah, it's only one hole.
a
If it was
cluster
multiple
of
holes, he could look at holes. You
It's
can't
got to be a
cluster holes.
cluster. No.
Like he can't look at the back of the cell phone case.
By the way, I got it. My best Jay story. I don't think you guys know it. So just remind me off air.
All
Okay.
right. Let's see.
Features holes include salt.
Oh, fuck. I think I know what this is. I just don't know what the first word is.
Includes salt.
Is it Ritz crackers?
Ah! Dude.
Cracker. Wow, this is like next level.
Oh fuck, man.
All right.
By the way, just to toot my own horn or whatever the fuck the phrase is, I also did really good at that lyric game with Rick last week. Do you remember
Lyric game. You played a lyric game?
Yeah, we played this. I think you should make that a game. Just my 2 cents.
Ask the
Shoot 'em off.
blacks.
No, that fucking game.
Jesus
By the way,
Christ.
Corey,
Don't- he's got
Corey,
MTV
I
to
still
do,
have
dude.
a
You
fucking,
can't-
I still have a
Yeah.
fucking job at
He's
Paramount,
got a real
right?
job. I know.
And
He's
so-
got a real job, dude.
So
with
last week,
Viacom and-
thank you. Last week, Jay's texting me like 11 o'clock at night, being the great producer he fucking is. And he's going, hey, bro, can you fucking... And then if you don't answer Jay at 11 o'clock in 5 minutes, he sends you follow-up question mark texts. And so I'm trying to live my life down here. Anyways, I agree to do the show. And I go, I got to fucking get formats for these fucking shows. The first segment last week is Ask the Blacks. So I'm on fucking camera with like... And Jay's going... Hey, so like, why can't you guys fucking talk? Like, why can't you guys fucking pronounce nothing?
Jesus
And then-
Christ!
And I'm going. It's 8 o'clock in the fucking morning, and all I need is a motherfucker clipping this fucking thing and going. And I'm going like, and I go. I'm just trying to be a good person.
Yeah. He's like, I got a big boy MTV show to do, dude. I can't.
No, but you know why? Kane's such a sweetheart. This is why I do love Kane, and I don't know if I'm.
No, the fuck he's not.
No, but he is. He's.
Corey,
like-
let him speak.
and by the way, I hope I'm not like killing the gimmick, right?
No wonder why you want Kevin on the show so much. Look
No,
at him,
but
he's
he
fucking-
really is. Like, he really is. Like, even yesterday with the fucking thing with the Instagram story. It's like, that was the most Kane thing ever, is to be like, hey, man, just so you know, like, that wasn't, personal or whatever. And even after last week, he was like, hey, I hope you didn't mind that segment or whatever. So
No,
I'm
he
just
does.
saying,
He has said that before. Yeah.
Kane is very, very
After the
he
thought.
you know what is the worst thing you can probably call Kane, because he probably thinks this is like a woke thing to say, but Kane is an empath. Kane is
No, I like
empathetic.
that. I like
Oh, you
that.
do like that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think he shows it at times.
Yeah, other times I'm like, well, you
Other
know what's
times
funny
he's a real
though?
fucking
Sometimes
dirtbag.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'll get real quiet when Kane's going off about some shit because again, I can't have, whatever. And I go, Kane's like, really like the rough one on this show. And then I go to the fucking chat and I saw somebody called Riley like a meatball with a wig, and I go, man, Kane's not even the worst person in this fucking
No.
room.
No,
These
you
people
know,
are
you know what
animals.
I do to Kane sometimes. Kane will, I'll be like, "What would the Bible say? You know what? You want to be God?" And then he's like, "Fuck, dude." He's like, "Yeah."
You're right.
He's
No,
like,
I
"Yeah,
never
me."
said I was perfect. I mean, you
No, I know. But
you
it's
know what?
usually when I get messages is like after something like that where I'm like, you fucking
Yeah.
preach God. And he's
I
like,
do,
"Yeah."
but you know what? I have backed down on a lot of the stuff that I used to just throw out there willy nilly. At least I think I have. Whatever.
What's something you've like backed out? Like, what's a view you've changed?
I don't know. It's not necessarily a view I've changed.
Or yeah.
But I just feel like I'm a little. At least I feel it inside. Maybe it doesn't come across on the show, but
I feel it inside.
Well,
That's
but
what she
like
said.
I feel bad making fun of certain people now when I didn't before, and I just feel like more because it's always been in there, but I didn't think it was cool. I've always tried to be cool Kane. Doug and Kane are two different fucking people.
Yeah.
That's something you got to talk to a therapist about.
You know what's funny about that though?
No, because I understand that it is two different people, so I'm okay with it. I just have to have the courage to be more Doug sometimes and less Kane.
All right.
But Kane, to me, and by the way, if Corey's got to go, I don't mean to make this show long, but to
No.
that point, I think that is like a differentiating part of radio personalities because I was never disingenuous, and I'm sure you would say the same thing about Kane, right?
Right.
It's never disingenuous, but it's like, dude, like it's not a gimmick, but it's show business.
It's
so it's
amped
like,
up.
yeah, it's fucking
embellished.
amped up,
And
so it's like.
yeah.
If I would hear, whether it was Kevin Weatherly in Los Angeles or Mike Kaplan in New York, if they had something to say about a fucking air check or something of mine, I'm like, all right, well then I'll fucking, because it's like, it's not a character, but there is a separation of self and fucking on-air personality.
100%.
And a lot of these fucking hacks in that business, they think it's fucking real. They think it's like, you know
I
what I
know.
mean? Like they think they're.
I'm
they're
not the
living
same
gimmick.
person I am in my fucking videos when I'm like, now you need fucking butter. And I like,
dude,
people are like,
right.
your energy's so low. I'm like, yeah, you want me to fucking yell at you right now?
Right. But that is still you, Corey, but it's turned up to 11.
It's
you know
an
what I mean?
elevated, it's elevated, 100%.
And my beliefs are the same, but
Right.
I just as Doug wouldn't necessarily go around, shouting cunt at people.
Yeah,
He
Right.
does because that's fun.
you couldn't
You
do
know?
that.
It's
You-
amped up.
You know what is a great little Kane anecdote is about what we're talking about right now? There's an air check I have of Kane, not to sound like fucking a stalker, but there's an air check I have of Kane from 1999, and he's going down he's going down the list of the album sales for the week. Now, a regular jock, Corey, would just be like, wow, like, congrats to Korn, they're number one. And this, and then Kane's listening up, and then he goes, Marilyn Manson only sold 150,000. And he pauses, he goes, because Kane's got the best pause in radio, right? And he pauses, he goes, yeah, that guy's done. And it's just like, but it's just like nobody else. Everyone else has just done the top three. And then King goes, "Yeah, Marilyn Manson only sold 150,000. Yeah, that guy's done. Nobody listens to that guy anymore."
He's done.
That's funny.
He's
I
over.
wouldn't
It's
even
over
remember
for
that.
him. All right, let's do this one. Last one.
You gotta get this one to
I gotta get this
stay
one. I
in.
got this one. Yeah, I gotta get this one. Yeah.
Was weaponized in a 2017 animated film.
Royal Cola.
Christine Taylor held this in 1998's The Wedding Singer.
Wait, say that again.
Christine Taylor
Rockcaster. What's
this
What's the guitar? The Rockcaster. No.
Oh, no, it's not that.
Rodecaster? Okay, all right.
No.
Held this.
George Costanza once held this watching Jeopardy.
Rubik's Cube.
Get the fuck out of here. What a fucking nut job, dude. All right.
Kevin for the win.
With Jay, I get at least like 4 hints before I have to answer, you know?
7-1. Couple stories.
Man. And now,
From a location unknown for his safety, it's Kane with the Not Quite News.
I gotta show you this. Some woman got video of some angry woman
shitting on a fucking. She shit on the car, dude.
You saw this video already?
Dude, not was just regular shit. She spray shit on the front of that hood ornament.
Take a look. Kevin, look. You looking?
Yes, yes.
Dude, she shit on the car. You see how fucking much shit
No,
was
go
on
back,
there?
go back.
Look. Look at the car.
Right there.
Oh!
Look at that.
Where is this?
Dude, Pennsylvania.
How did I know it was Pennsylvania?
Look at it goes, you are a real pig. You're a nasty bitch, she said. You're Well, I don't know if that makes her a slut.
What led to that? Did we ever get the
They were honking. They were honking at her like they wanted to move, and the lady got pissed, so she just shit on her fucking hood. But my thing is, how did the lady know that she had diarrhea?
You know,
maybe I don't know.
there's a so do you remember Bam Margera?
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Of course.
So he had a crew, right? Like they would make these CKY videos, which were fucking awesome. They were like,
CKY2K.
yeah, dude. And so there's a guy in that group called Rob himself or something, like Rob Yourself or something, RAAB. YouTube that. I'm saying like afterwards. He shit on a window. Like this old couple was eating, and like in a restaurant, there's a window, and dude, he just like bent over and shit
Wow.
on the fucking window and then ran away. Sorry, it's just one of the funniest fucking
Jesus
clips.
Christ.
It's just so crazy. Like this old guy's like, what the fuck?
What would lead to someone shitting? Because like,
There was
what
a
would
road.
lead
It
to-
was a road rage incident. If that's what you're asking, there's no real.
I
reason.
get that, obviously,
okay.
but like, what? Why not? I'd rather go hit a window than shit on your car.
I mean, she obviously had to go real bad. It just flowed out of there. She wasn't even nervous.
Flowed. It was a shotgun shot. It was buckshot. It was buck shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. All right, that's enough news for today. Let's do some jokes.
That's it, dude.
You did one story.
Get the hell. That's enough. It's a good.
It's now time for
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Kane and Corey's
Really,
bad jokes.
I looked at all the other stories I had and was like, it's not getting better than that one. So one was enough. You can't start talking about Tom Cruise eating 12 eggs before a stunt after that.
Yeah.
Canadian court now grants thruples the same legal rights as two-parent families.
What? Oh God.
Yeah, now
Wait.
thruples are recognized as normal in Canada. So now you got two guys outside. Picture it right now. They're looking up at the sky. Oh, looks like fire, yeah. Oh, sulfur too, yeah. Get it? Get it?
No, what is that?
Fucking fire and brimstone raining down on Sodom and Gomorrah, my
Oh.
friend. They're fucking
You
done.
got biblical with it.
They're
Oh,
done.
okay.
I went
All right.
biblical on you.
All right.
Oh, sulfur too, yeah.
right.
Oh, eh?
I like the accent.
Looks like fire, eh? A police cruiser in Canada was stolen. While officers were chasing a drunk man on foot, they found the car 15 minutes later.
Stuck in maple syrup. I don't know, what are you going with this? Where are you?
Yeah, they found it 15 minutes later and cleaner than when he found it.
Okay, you guys are fucking so kind there.
Because
Yeah, oh, got clean it there, yeah. Oh yeah. What is it? What does a Canadian cop car sound like? We are. It's just fucking different, dude.
They found it in a Tim Hortons parking lot.
Yeah, makes sense.
Only 33% of people say they put toilet paper down on the seat in public restrooms. 33% put TP down on the seat.
I don't. But do you put jokes
I
aside?
don't.
Do you? I don't either.
No.
We're out here playing butthole Russian roulette. 60. But you know what? I Googled it. Or
Real
I
men sit on the
ChatGPT'd
other
it.
guy's urine.
You can't catch shit from a toilet seat. Well, that was a bad choice of word. You can't catch anything from a toilet seat, disease-wise.
Really?
HPV, possible, very unlikely. Herpes, extremely rare. Pinworms, no. Only if the seat has fresh eggs and you somehow transfer them to your mouth.
Damn, fresh eggs on a seat sounds crazy.
What about
Lice-
crabs?
Lice, crabs, possible if they're chilling on the seat, but they die off too fast.
Oh, all
You
right.
can't catch HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, hepatitis B or C.
Ever seen a public bidet? That's something I would never use.
No. Oh, I did use one in Austin. I did a video
Public
of it.
bidet. Well, why is that bad to use?
because think about the water splashed up on the asshole and all the other stuff coming back on the bidet.
That was the first
There's,
time.
there's
I'd ever
always
used a bidet.
return fire. You can't just not. It's not just a one-sided thing. It always friendly fires back.
It was in a restaurant. Okay. Kentucky
Yeah, now you-
Derby's tomorrow. Winner gets $3 million, goes to Disneyland. Loser goes to Arby's.
No, I thought the winner goes to Disneyland, but then also gets deported because it was a little Venezuelan guy that does not have his green card.
That's a little wordy, but did you get the Arby's part?
Yeah. No.
Slaughtered?
Oh God, you're all right.
You got to get these jokes.
Yeah, but sometimes you're making them hard to get. The first one, the fire and brimstone one, you fucking.
Yeah, dude, these
I
are
didn't
pretty
read, I didn't
obscure,
read the
dude.
New Testament today. I didn't.
These are like very obscure
Yeah, I
jokes.
wasn't reading Revelations.
I didn't, you know what? My timing was off on the loser goes to Arby's. Come on. That's an easy joke to get. After months of negotiate, what? What am I missing? I can't see you guys.
No. I'm just
You laughing at me?
No,
You said it was an easy
everything.
one to get. I don't think it was easy to get because he had the meats. I don't know what the fuck did he go to Arby's
After
for?
months of negotiations, Ukraine and the U.S. have signed a minerals deal.
Well, it makes sense after they got assaulted so much. that's fucking funny.
That's all right. It's no Arby's, but
I
it's
didn't have
all
a
right.
chance to write it. I just
115-year-old British woman was named the world's oldest person. Is it just me, or do they always seem to die once they get crowned? It's like jinx. Don't take that title. I refuse that title. It's a jinx.
all right. How old she was? 100 what?
115.
Okay. She lost her tooth. She lost all of her teeth at 15, so she hasn't had teeth in 100 years.
Tom, if you got any punchlines in here, Kevin, feel free. Tom
It's not that
Cruise is-
easy. These ones. Sometimes there's an easy news story to come with.
Yeah.
These are a little difficult to make the jokes about.
Tom Cruise and Anna de Armas were spotted in London this week. Still don't know much about their relationship, like how they met, how long they've been together, or how long.
Or how long what? That's not an easy one either. See, you think too much of me that I'm going to read your mind. Mission Impossible. You got Tom Cruise.
Don't know how they met, how long they've been together, or how much she's getting paid by the Church of Scientology. We don't know any of these things.
See, I'm going, or how big the stepladder is that he has to stand on to kiss her. You know, like I'm thinking, short
Okay.
jokes.
I figured you'd go beard.
I don't think he's gay. Is Tom Cruise gay?
Oh,
He's our Jersey brethren. How dare you?
I didn't
is
know Tom was
Cruise
gay.
gay?
Yeah, see, Tom is short. That's where I went. Cat. Yeah, all right. go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. All right. And finally, The Rock turns 53 today. This is so basic and so easy. I'm getting the bell ready. The Rock
turns 53 today. You think we're going to match on this one?
Yes.
Rock. No. Because I'm thinking, you know what I'm going? I'm thinking what The Rock is cooking. You know what I mean? But you're not going there. You're not a wrestling guy. So now I'm thinking, all right, no rock goes left unturned. But no, we're not going there because what the... That's...
The only place he's not The Rock is in his pants.
Oh.
Because he's old.
thinking, dick. So Cat's good. So I'm guessing since he's so old, he's not taking life for granted. That's
all
a
right.
rock. That's a type of fucking rock. I'll be celebrating by getting stoned. That's a rock joke.
Make it stop.
Oh. At
I guess
least
that's why this is called really bad.
yeah. At least he still gets blood flow to his biceps. See, I keep going penis.
God, all these jokes make me want to Moana. Never mind. This fucking
Let's get the hell out of here.
Put us out of misery.
What?
Let's just put us out of misery, dude. Put us.
That was the.
I hope it doesn't Dwayne on his birthday.
Oh. Aren't you glad you came, Kevin?
So glad. Only way I would want to kick off my weekend.
Yeah. Well, it was good up until that point. We'll have you back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next week, whenever. Corey, are you back all week next week?
I leave Friday morning. I have to go to Des Moines, Iowa.
Beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, you'll have fun there. Enjoy the quad.
All
See
right,
ya.
all right, cool, man. Thanks.